them turn into points for the other side.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Colts 14, Titans nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 1, Willis. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Ryan.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Ashton Dulin,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On first down, Willis.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis is going to throw once more.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Tell me. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Tannehill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off, what a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Finding space at the 40.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Colts have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to claw one back. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They go play action with Ryan. Rolling to his right. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Campbell making the catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 14. But it brings up third down.
Mike 2 yards is the pickup, and the Colts are going to have a first.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go play action now. Ryan.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed drop. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much...
Derrick Henry all alone. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 75.
And the Titans get a bit closer.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ashton Doolin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Watch the slant.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill now to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Hey, we got three
following the fumble recovery. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A give for Taylor running right side.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And even 150 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the run, this is Hilliard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Ryan's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Henry again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
They go play action with Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ryan wants to throw it. Out to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Colts, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.
And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Titans, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.